Blank, who's actually with WGBH.
That's right.
Hey, Marty, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, Jeffrey.
Wait. Now you've had a long media career, haven't you?
Yeah, I just hit the 30-year mark.
30-year mark. Do you want to give us a little bit of that sort of like you get at Legal Seafood, that chronology of time?
Well, when I was born.
No, let's speed up a little bit.
Yeah, I started my radio career up in New Hampshire at the Big Fish in the Little Pond, big station up in central New Hampshire called Claremont, New Hampshire, selling radio spots. And was there for a number of years, 8, 9, 10 years, and through a variety of moves, made my way to Boston about 19 years ago. Worked for a big radio station there, made a couple of moves, wound up at the classical station just down the street from here, WCRB, and or at least it was. And for the past 5 years, I've been working with WGBH.
There's been a lot of consolidation in Boston radio and radio in general around the country.
Oh yeah, it's not the same radio that I got into, in 1984, when it was a lot of owner-operated stations, and you're slinging spots and you're walking door to door.
It was small business back then.
Well, I was in a small town, but yeah, even in the bigger markets, it was still a lot
privately owned.
Yeah, there were still a number of privately owned stations.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's changed a lot. It's a corporate world now, right?
Oh, absolutely. When you have CBS, Entercom, Clear Channel, one of the biggest radio station owners in the country. It's a whole different kettle of fish than it was 25, 30 years ago.
Interesting. And then you made a big change a few years back, and you left the profitable world of for-profit radio.
Right. We wouldn't necessarily say profitable, but it was for-profit. So I was working with WCRB, and the opportunity to come work at WGBH and sort of expand my horizons and career into a multimedia salesperson. So it's not just radio. I mean, everybody knows GBH is Channel 2, but they've got a couple of TV stations. They've got 2 radio stations now, one of which is WCRB, which they bought about 3 years ago, which was just an amazing coincidence. I was already there. Print guide events, so it's really sort of a multimedia powerhouse is how they position it quite often.
And online too, correct?
Oh yeah, very active online. People are using the site. They stream our radio stations. They're looking at it for guide, for television, looking at kids programming, the tie-ins to some of our TV programming, like Nova. It's just a very active site. So they'll be looking at that, and I think it's a lot of action.
Now, GBH is